In this lesson, we're going to teach you how to invite team members into your projects. Sorcery is designed to be a single source of truth, where all your team members and your clients or your agents or your reps can get together and communicate and collaborate over live product information. This is why we developed key features like our AI chat that allows you to look up reps for verified products so you can invite them into your project to collaborate. The sharing menu is in the lower left-hand side of the screen. Navigate down and click the share icon. The sharing dialog will pop up. This is where you can simply add email addresses of the individuals you would like to invite into your project. One thing that's important to remember is when you enter an email address, you need to click Enter, which will commit it to the field. Once an email address is committed to the field, you can enter another and another, making sure you hit Enter between each email address. Once the email addresses have been entered, and you've hit the Enter key to commit them to the field, the next thing we need to do is set permissions with this drop-down here. When the permissions drop-down expands, you'll see 4 levels of permissions. In general, Viewer will allow the smallest amount of permissions as well as the least amount of visibility, all the way up to Creator being the highest level of permissions and the most amount of visibility. Creators are reserved for team members, whereas viewers are potentially designed for individuals you don't want to have a lot of access to, potentially a rep, whereas collaborators might be reserved for design team members like your architecture team, and editors, potentially individuals you are allowing to come in and temporarily edit projects. Once you've chosen a permission, in this case editor, you can then send them a brief message and click Send. If you've chosen a permission level that allows editing, we give you one last chance to understand this and warn you that this individual will be able to edit your project. If this is okay, click OK. See here an example of what your invitee will see in their inbox. A very simple email, easy to understand, with a link to click that will take them directly to the project. Now that this member is invited, you can go to the commenting windows in the general comments in your project or within a fixture and start having a conversation. Certainly, this is a better place to have a conversation than in an email. If you're talking about the product, talk about the product in the project, in the lighting schedule. This saves time and confusion in the future. Now, let's try that again, but invite someone that does not have a Sorcery account and see what their experience is like. Remember to hit Enter after inputting the email. Select a role. Give them a little message. Click Send. Again, we give you a little warning if the permission level you're providing allows editing of live product information. Now, let's take you through the onboarding process that this customer may have to undergo. Again, collaborating with you in your workspace is free, so they will not be asked to sign up and add a credit card. This is an example of the email they get. Very easy to understand. We provide a login link as well as their email and temporary password. Let's follow along. They'll enter their email here. Fill in their password here. Click the login button. They'll then be taken to a reset your password page where they can change the password from the temporary one we provided to their own password. And that's it. They'll be taken into your workspace, into your project, and then they'll get a quick welcome video that shows them the basics of how to use Sorcery, including commenting. And that's it. You've now completed the basic tutorial on how to invite members into a project. as well as a bit of insight as to their user experience when you invite them. Thank you, and now let's start saving time.